Hey everybody, how's it going? Epic here, doing a tutorial on the gainer full dismount. Like a gainer full off a ledge, off a block, down a drop, whatever you fancy. It's very fun movement. Before I go into breaking it down and even showing you guys the movement, I gotta let you guys know to really have a good understanding as to how the full twist works. If you don't know how to do like a corkscrew, standing full, or even like a full twist in general, really try to at least get that down before you go for this move, because that's going to help you a lot. Because when you have the understanding of how to set up, how to move your body the right way to get that full twist, how to look for the ground as you're coming out and to control that landing, all that's going to be, it's going to cut off a lot of training time if you guys are just trying to learn the gainer full twist without doing all the other stuff. So with that being said, let me show you the gainer full twist and we'll go into breaking it down. So that's the gainer full twist. It's like I said, a very fun movement, but it's not one of those movements where you can kind of really get a progression for. It's not one of those movements that you can practice slowly or, you know, do any like very easy steps to. It's one of those very advanced movements that you really have to get your backflip down, your gainer down, full twist down course and things like that, like I said in the beginning of the tutorial. So if you don't know how to do those, find tutorials on those. I have a couple of those as well. Look in the description if you guys want to see links to the other tutorials that I think would help you guys out with this. With that, break it down. So obviously it's a gainer movement, so make sure you have the idea of the hips going up and out. A little bit more up than out, but I guess it kind of depends on the person. You don't want to send your hips too far out because you don't want to, you know, under rotate, and you don't want to send them too high up because you don't want to land obviously on the same obstacle that you're taking off on. So make sure that you have a good understanding as to how to go up. And when I teach the full twist, I don't have them go like this, because I feel like this will actually distract your motion. If you're wanting to come around to a full stand, you're going to want to send your momentum very straight. So when you take off, when you do your actual takeoff for the gainer, make sure you start like that with your hands at your sides. I found that doing this helps you get more height, other than when you go here, you're just twisting and you're getting like this far off the ledge. So when you set like this, you get a lot of height, and especially when you take off with your feet kind of close together, you have 100% of power from one spot, not like 50% over here and 50% over there. So really keep that in mind. When you're going to the twist motion, make sure that you have a good understanding as to come up first. Once your feet leave the ground, kind of use the motion that I use in a lot of tutorials as far as like punching the armpit, because that whole punch the armpit is going to help a lot. And remember, it's a full twist, so don't just kind of like that and hope that this little bit brings you all the way around. You want to make sure you follow through, so don't just turn the shoulders and just slightly, you know, twist the hips. Follow through all the way, and then look for that ground. That's probably the biggest thing, is never just toss a movement and expect to land it. Look for the ground so you can control your landing. Spot that landing so you can control the land soft, or if you know you have a lot of control, you can land standing up, or even if you have, you know, too much momentum with you're leaning too far forward, you can push off into a roll. It's really up to you guys. If you haven't paid attention to detail, go back and watch them again and look at the details in certain movements, whether it's like the structure with keeping the shoulders and the hips aligned like a box. You don't want them to twist and torque. You want them to kind of be aligned together, basically. That's a very important thing when it comes to twisting. When you're setting up, make sure you're setting with your hips up and out, not just up and not just out. You don't want to under rotate, and you don't want to go straight up and clip your feet in the ledge. So make sure you really have a good understanding of that. When it comes to the twisting, don't go like this and twist before you take off. Make sure you take off all the way. Wait till your feet leave the ground and then twist. And when you think of it that way, mentally, you'll be a bit more prepared, because then you'll be telling your body what to do, and it'll flow a bit easier when you actually perform the movement. Other than that, that's pretty much the gist of the gainer full. And any other details I can give you guys are in the other tutorials, like I mentioned in the beginning, saying, you know, get the full twist down, get your corkscrews down, you know, anything that helps with gainers and things like that, because those are all like the basic fundamentals. This is just taking that one step further. So if you don't know those, look for tutorials on those. I have tutorials on them, so again, look in the description for those. And yeah, so I'm gonna do a couple more slow-mos for you guys so you guys can watch as the video ends. And other than that, I'm Epic, and this is a tutorial for the gainer full twist. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay positive.